Most often, parents already know that their child has autism. They're just waiting for an expert to sit down with them and formally diagnose it.
This is a gaming controller.
Okay.
So difficulty with socializing with other kids.
Pathetic. That's what you Xbox users are. Pathetic.
Repetitive behaviors.
Social interaction, so oftentimes they prefer to be alone as opposed to be with other people.
They keep talking about, oh, you're a sody pony. Bruh, no, I'm a game pony. That's what I am.
Watch closely as I apply treatment to the first child.
I want a horse, I want a big brown horse with a fluffy black tail with a diamond tiara.
Sit down and study!
Where'd you come from? Blame my parents, Eddie.
Ah, great. Of all the children that could have been left behind, Lucas wasn't one of them. At first, I was thinking to myself, oh god, I'm going to hell for that intro and what I just said. But then I'm quickly reminded I'm watching an amazing doofus video, so I'm already in hell. Plus, all the cool people are down here anyway, alongside all the drugs and Fuda, which gets me thinking, God, why didn't you just take him? Hell could be a much better place without someone like Lucas. Pretty sure there's plenty of room in Pegasus heaven anyway.
Oh my goodness. Bruh. Bruh. If you guys haven't heard the good news, well, I guess it's sad for the Xbox.
Good news? Bad news? No, this is I don't give a shit news. As where most gaming news goes for me. I don't want to be super judgmental here, but I'm pretty sure if you consider this good news, you don't have much in life going for you. And that's especially evident with Lucas, who's basically throwing a goddamn party. Dude is rejoicing like it's his firstborn child or some shit. And as for the Xbox fanboys, oh yeah, they're undoubtedly salty about this.
Don't worry, baby. I'll be gentle. Ow, my pride.
But if I'm gonna be real with you, being salty that a game got delayed is a lot more reasonable than being happy a game got delayed. Especially if that happiness comes from scoring an imaginary point on an imaginary scoreboard. Having less games to play this fall is somehow a good thing, I guess. 1 minute it's, come on Microsoft, don't you have anything to release? Show us what you got. The next it's, phew, thank God Microsoft didn't release that game. Isn't that good news, guys?
Let me just, before we even start, if you guys want to see what a gaming controller looks like, this is a gaming controller, okay?
High five for expressing yourself.
Lucas.
High five! All right!
Look, everybody learns at their own pace. There's no need to make fun of him.
Because this has games.
The PS5 controller has games? What, is it a bop it now? I mean, it would be the perfect toy for somebody with your condition.
Do you guys want to see what a paperweight looks like? I'll show you what a paperweight looks like. This is a paperweight. This is a very expensive paperweight.
Now that's simply not true. It's also good for bashing in the heads of any intruders trying to break into your house. I keep mine right under my pillow in case any pony breaks in. And it's still good for some gaming sessions afterwards. These Xbox controllers were built like tanks. Meanwhile, if I beat an intruder over the head with a PS5 controller, there goes my haptic feedback.
This is what you use. You know, if you have a whole bunch of papers, if there's a good gust of wind, just put this on the papers and they won't go anywhere.
Don't bullshit me, Lucas. You can't read or write. Why would you need papers?
What are you doing with a school bag on stage? You can't even read.
Anywhere. Get the fuck out of here.
Jesus Christ, Lucas, be careful where you throw that thing. Your disability may get you out of a lot of things, but manslaughter is certainly not one of them.
Listen. Oh, poor little Xbox. Do y'all want this? Do y'all want this?
Well, considering that Xbox controller you just threw most certainly broke someone's skull, no, I'm gonna go with the Xbox controller.
These mofos were constantly screaming about, oh, Starfield, Lucas, Starfield's gonna be great. Starfield's the next game, it's gonna be awesome. Bruh, if you haven't heard, Starfield has been delayed. Ooh, shocker. Bruh. These mofos just keep taking L's, bruh. Xbox is the L console. You cannot spell loser without Xbox.
You cannot spell loser without Xbox.
Me fail English? That's impossible.
I don't even know what to say. First off, his audience absolutely loves it. They think this is top grade stand-up comedy. I kid you not. I mean, we all get a kick out of Lucas. It's just some of us get a different kick out of him. It's basically watching a full-ass grown man participate in playground console wars. And even then, the console wars back then weren't this toxic. I mean, he could have at least said L-box. Yeah, it's not that funny, but you can't spell loser without Xbox. That's the joke? Yeah, you're making all 45-year-olds laugh in the audience. Starfield gets delayed. You have so much material to work with right there. And this is the best you can do? Just like every other video of yours, I'm gonna have to carry it to the end. God damn it, Lucas. Always leaving it up to us Mexicans to carry the slack.
These fools were hyping up a game that they haven't even seen gameplay of. How delusional do you have to be?
Flashback.
Wolverine?
They keep talking about, oh, you're a Sony pony. Bruh, no, I'm a game pony. That's what I am.
And that's why he goes to special needs school. The man identifies as a pony. I don't know what this condition is called.
Oh, I used to think I was crazy. But Dr. Biber told me that there are a lot of other people out there who are trans species.
Just know, Lucas, I fully support whatever choice of pony you want to be.
This happens to have games, you know, Spider-Man, God of War Ragnarok.
Well, actually, Lucas, the PS4 controller also has Spider-Man and God of War. I looked it up, and apparently the Xbox controller also has God of War. And like you said, it's also a pretty good paperweight, so I think I'll be fine without Spider-Man. I'll take the Xbox controller.
Hell, we could even go back to Drake's Uncharted.
Drake's Uncharted. Drake's Uncharted.
Sorry to tell you this, Lucas, but Nathan Drake doesn't own Uncharted anymore. These two random female characters nobody gives two shits about do.
Do you understand? Xbox currently, as of today, okay, has no game to compete with
Drake's Uncharted.
Think about that. That is sad. That is real sad.
Obviously, Microsoft should look to compete with games from last gen. That makes total sense. I mean, clearly there isn't enough third-person action games out there. The day Microsoft has a pretty-looking game with climbing and shooting is the day they can compete with Sony. Those other games that Microsoft released just a few months ago that scored as high or sold as much as Uncharted don't count. I mean, when he says compete, I'm thinking what? Compete in review score? Compete in sales? Compete in reception? I'm guessing he means which can compete for his fanboyism. Which is the game that's gonna make him bring out the pom-poms?
These mofos have no games for the rest of the year.
Yep, no cap, there ain't gonna be nothing on Xbox for the rest of the year. Not to mention 343 dropping the ball with Halo Infinite isn't helping. It is indeed a massive L for the Xbox guy. That is, of course, if first-party titles were the only thing in the world you could play. I mean, considering you were doing perfectly fine in the driest PlayStation year, I'm pretty sure the Xbox will be fine in their driest year. They'll get by playing multi-plats just like every other goddamn person on this planet.
At this point, y'all might as well just throw away the console and buy a PC.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Hell no. I already told everybody PC gaming is closed. Somebody give me the Xbox controller before he says another goddamn thing.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, at this point, there's really no reason. There was never a reason to have an Xbox. But now, you guys might as well just put money into a PC.
I mean, I don't know what going to PC would do. Starfield's still delayed on PC as well.
Join the clickers. Just... You know, the WASD crowd. Just join those mofos, the PC peasants.
I mean, we've basically reached a point where first-party titles from Xbox and PlayStation are both on PC, and these nonsensical arguments still continue. I mean, he's boasting about God of War and Uncharted, which aren't even exclusive anymore, but there isn't a go-to-PC attitude towards PlayStation guys for that one. Starfield got delayed, that's what you get. Better go to PC, only to play the exact same games you wanted to play on your Xbox. Really stick it to Microsoft by giving them money for the games you were gonna buy anyway. Brilliant.
It's just sad, man. It's really sad. I know I laugh and I kid a lot, but listen, guys, I'm really sorry for you.
I really am.
It pains me to know that we, going into 2023, are going to be playing Spider-Man 2. It pains me to know that we are going to be playing Wolverine. It pains me.
Oh, I thought we were talking about 2022. All these games got pushed to 2023. You do realize that, right, Lucas? So that means next year, Starfield, Stalker 2, Hellblade 2, Redfall. Yeah, the 2022 delay sucks, but I don't know why you're celebrating 2023 when that's when those games release. I mean, it was just a few minutes ago. You were saying how Xbox guys are delusional for being excited for Starfield, a game with no gameplay to show, and yet you go on to list Wolverine, a game with no gameplay, and not releasing till next year. Hell, there's no gameplay to show for the next Spider-Man either. Plus, the two biggest games, Horizon Forbidden West and God of War this year, are games that were delayed from last year. So it makes absolutely no goddamn sense how you can be laughing at anyone.
You guys, some of you guys are playing Tetris HD. Oh, Lord, 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 oh, Lord. Pray for these lost souls. Pray for these lost souls.
What? I best not hear you talking shit about Tetris, motherfucker. I know you may not like puzzle games because they make you think, but you leave Tetris out of your goddamn mouth. Do not make me use this Xbox controller on you again.
I don't know what to tell you. You actually, at this point, you have to be an
Xbox pony
to have an Xbox.
What's that supposed to mean? Are we now swapping identities again, Lucas? I don't remember the term pony being so interchangeable, but are you basically saying that Xbox guys are just like you? Because if that's the case, I agree. Just like you guys, their games got delayed and pushed to next year, and their first party titles also go to PC. So if we want to redefine terms, then yeah, I guess Xbots are ponies, which means we gotta start calling ponies Xbots. It's gonna be a real confusing year.
Like, that's what you are. If you're defending Xbox right now, you're just you're a corporate slave. Corporate slave.
corporate slave.
I mean, he's not wrong. If you've been defending Microsoft the last few weeks, you are indeed a corporate slave. But like, what are you supposed to do? Delays happen all the time. Hell, they hit Sony hard last year. But other than be angry at the corporation, there's not much else you can do but wait. But Lucas here thinks that if you still own the Xbox and play on it, that is the equivalent of defending Microsoft. He fully expects people to throw their Xbox away and go get a PC. But he wasn't willing to do that when Sony delayed games on his ass. Hell, as a matter of fact, one of the few games that did release for PlayStation last year, Returnal, he absolutely hated, to the point that he demanded a refund from Sony. They shot him down, he got livid, declared that he wished their company would go under for all of this, but then at the end of the day he says he'll continue to support Sony, and his reasons were,
I'm a prisoner to PlayStation.
I mean, goddamn, he's out here calling people corporate slaves while considering himself a prisoner to PlayStation.
But they do not care about you. How much more obvious can it be?
I mean, any person who thinks a corporation cares for them should probably be institutionalized. But I'm pretty sure if Microsoft released the game in the state it was, instead of giving time to polish it, that would be closer to not caring. The last thing Microsoft needs right now is another rushed game. Hell, that's the last thing most of the industry needs right now.
Oh my God. Oh, it's so pathetic. Y'all are so pathetic. Grow a pair.
Yeah, be brave and become a prisoner of PlayStation like Lucas.
Oh, well, I guess I know Xboxes, they don't have, they don't have pairs.
Okay, somebody's gonna have to explain that to me.
The jokes write themselves at this point. Xbox writes itself. Xbox writes Xbox. That's the joke of the century.
I'm losing money on this deal.
It's worth every penny.
Oh my God, I cannot believe his chat enables him to continue thinking he's funny. This is some of the worst material I've ever heard.
God, just pathetic. That's what you Xbox users are. Anyways, guys, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyways, guys, that's a video. Let me know what you guys think.
I think it's time you get a new editor.
Look at you, just a Sony pony. Starfield's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Or if you can't believe, yo, it's coming out next year. Do you understand it's dead on arrival? It's DOA. What is it gonna, do you understand what it's competing with? It's like, are you crazy to release it next year?
Well, what the hell are they supposed to do, Lucas? Not release it at all? Next year would be a lot better, actually, now that you think about how stacked it's going to be. It was one of the most anticipated games of this year. I doubt it won't be anticipated next year. And on top of that, it's a goddamn Bethesda game. The complete opposite of Dead on Arrival. Hell, Skyrim has failed to die for over a decade now. If there's any studio with IPs big enough to compete with whatever's coming out next year, it's most certainly Bethesda. I mean, I'm really not all that into them anymore, so it doesn't make a goddamn difference to me. But they do got games that competes with the rest of the industry, and 9 out of 10 times crushes it.
I mean, I know it was Dead on Arrival this year, coming out with God of War. Forget Horizon, just God of War alone.
You know, now that I think about it, thank God Starfield pulled out so it wouldn't be overshadowed by Elden Ring. Poor God of War. It doesn't stand a goddamn chance.
But now, next year? Wait, are you telling me Dead Space Remake is going to be coming out before Starfield? No más, no más.
Pues entonces ya no más, hay que terminar. Ya estoy tan enfadado de ti. A goddamn chancla to the face would have done you some good. I can't say it was a pleasure sitting here watching a grown-ass man celebrate a game being delayed to score points for console wars. Y'all really don't appreciate what Daddy Frit does for you, do you? I don't know how salty you have to be towards people who play on a different box than you to consider a delay a dub, but hey, it's not my job to treat as mental illness, cause then I would require treatment after treating him. And instead, I'd prefer you guys to treat me by liking, comment, sharing, subscribing if you so choose to, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.
Fritango sucks ass.